is the video that you have been waiting for. I know it. About my experience meeting YouTubers and planner babes. So if you would like to know more about that and some tips that I have for you from my fail, stick around. Okay, so here we go. This is what happened for me. I was actually doing a live, and after a walk run that I did, and saw that Miss Shay Budgets was in the Atlanta area, and she at the end of her video said, hey, if you're in the Atlanta area and you want to come to this dinner that we've got going on, send me a direct message. And so I was like, oh, okay, that seems cool. I've never done that before, and I've been wanting to do meetups. Kind of been talking to another planner babe about that. Let me message her and see if I'm too late or not. Felt a little awkward about it because I had not messaged her before or been in contact with her, but I was like, look, this is my chance. If I want to meet some people in this area and start networking, then that's what I need to do. I will also tell you that I come from a business background, and I also went to HBCU, and that, for those of you who don't know, that means historically Black college and university. The school that I went to is very heavily encouraging of networking. So it's not new to me, but it felt awkward because we're talking about people that you really don't know that's on the internet and not a company event, but I digress. Anyways, so I felt a little awkward, but I said, hey, it's either now or never. And so I went for it. So I messaged her, and then she messaged me back not too long after I messaged her and said that where they were meeting, and you know, that she hadn't been there yet. So look, my mind was like, okay, let's do this. I was scared, I'm not gonna lie. I was afraid because it was something new, and I was also afraid because I was like, who else is there? I don't know if this might be a catfish situation. No shade, Shay, but you know, I didn't know. And so what I did was I called two friends. I called a local friend and I called a friend that was further away, and I said, hey, if you don't hear from me by this certain time, call my husband. Yeah, my husband knew what I was going to an event for, but I knew he wouldn't remember all the details. So that's why I did that. And once I got there, it was, you know, it wasn't what I would expect it. It was almost like going to dinner with old classmates that some of them brought some new people. And the reason why I say that is because someone that I had been messaging ended up being there, and we didn't know that each other were going to be there. Of course, we didn't, because I found out last minute. So I was there. We talked about different planner related things. If you want to kind of see a little bit of what happened, I would tell you to check out the video that Cagelandtv did on her vlog, and I believe Shay Budgets might have a video on her vlog of it too. But as my experience being like a non-full like YouTuber, a heavy Instagrammer, I felt like I was just there to absorb information and have a great time and meet some great people. Those were, once I was there, what I felt like I was blessed with. And Yeah, that was pretty much the main thing of my experience. It was better than I could have expected. I was nervous. It was exciting, and yeah, I met some great people and had a great time. Now, as far as my advice for anyone else who might be willing to be, brave and go to a meetup, one, I'm gonna tell you, do it. I think if you go into it with a positive mind, then you will come out with something. Number two, I would say, if you plan, it'll go better for you. If you can find a meetup that's happening ahead of time and message someone that might be going. Usually in Facebook groups, there's meetups scheduled, and you can kind of say, hey, who's planning on going here, and kind of message them and get to know them. I would say also interact on Instagram. Definitely ask who's in your area. Definitely, if you see something that you like, commenting on that picture below, besides just double tapping the like and saying what you like about kind of what's being shared. It's a great way to interact, so it's not so awkward once you actually go to a meetup. Tip number 4, try your best to arrive on time so you don't feel like you've missed out on many conversations that happened before you came in the door. And I would also suggest to think about ahead of time what qualities you like or enjoy about yourself. And this kind of sounds like random, but I'm gonna tell you why. I think a lot of times when we meet new people as adults, we overthink it, and we kind of project our own fears onto other people, and that's not fair, because sometimes you're holding back yourself from meeting a great person and not letting someone meet you as you truly are. And I am preaching to myself, because I will tell you that event, I felt like I was being shy, and I have a tendency to do that sometimes when I feel uncomfortable, and I'm really not that much of a shy person. So I don't know why I do that sometimes. I think sometimes I felt like I was doing something that took a lot of boldness, and because I was doing that, I felt like I was awkward, and I was more concerned about, I don't want them to think that I'm weird, because who just goes somewhere where they don't know anybody? And that's not fair to me, because I have to just be me, and whoever I'm gonna mesh well with, I'll mesh well with, and whoever I don't, then we just don't, and it's fine. It's okay. It's totally okay. And I think I have a really good friend who I ended up talking to about it afterwards, and she said to me, Evelyn, you are dope, and you are so fun to be with. And she said, and whoever doesn't want to interact with you, they're missing out, and they don't know what they're missing out on. And to have that said to me afterwards was encouraging, but I wish I had thought about myself on my own that way. And so I would encourage you to know that you are wonderfully made. You are awesome. When we are in our raw self and sharing love, we all are awesome. We all have something great to add to the space. So I just encourage you to remember that, especially when you're going to a meetup like this, and just know that you are having an opportunity to meet other people who enjoy what you enjoy. So it should be fun. It should be a great time. And when you have that positive mindset, you have nothing but something great coming your way. So I would just encourage you to definitely think about those things before you go. And if you have any other things to add to that, please leave it in the comments below, because again, I know that I don't know it all and I want to learn from you. Anything that you have questions about, leave it down below, as well as if you want to go to a meetup but you don't know about any that are in your area, leave that down below, because what if you leave it down below and somebody that's in your area sees that comment, and then they can let you know about what they know, and then boom, you just networked. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope if you've not gone to a meetup before that you will go to one soon. And if that's you, please say something. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All right, talk to you later, and until later, bye. You should already know them, but if you don't, check the links below for the beautiful YouTubers and planner babes I met. Now, to keep the fun going, join us on Instagram and check out these 2 videos right here.